George Joseph Smith, The Brides in the Bath Murderer. Welcome to The Most Evil, where we delve into the minds of history's most notorious serial killers. Today we're delving into the chilling case of George Joseph Smith, a notorious English serial killer and bigamist from the early 20th century. Known for his heinous crimes and the dramatic circumstances surrounding his capture and execution, Smith's story is one of deceit, murder, and a relentless pursuit of justice. George Joseph Smith was born on January 11, 1872 in London, England, into a working-class family. From a young age, Smith displayed a knack for deceit and manipulation, which would become hallmarks of his criminal career. He started engaging in petty thefts and cons as a teenager, which eventually led to a short prison sentence. Upon his release, Smith began to focus on defrauding women, a crime that would escalate in severity over time. In his 20s, Smith embraced bigamy, marrying multiple women under false names and identities. His charm and persuasiveness allowed him to deceive vulnerable women, particularly those with financial means. He would quickly secure access to their savings or life insurance policies before moving on to his next target. Despite having numerous wives, Smith managed to keep his criminal activities hidden for years. His criminal life reached its peak when he began murdering his wives, cementing his status as one of England's most notorious serial killers. Smith's murderous spree began in the early 1910s. Smith's first known victim was his second wife, Alice Smith, who was found dead under suspicious circumstances. His third wife, Bessie Mundy, was similarly murdered. It was his fourth wife, who survived his attempts on her life, that ultimately exposed him. His crimes became increasingly bold and brazen, culminating in a series of high-profile murders that shocked the nation. Smith's method was cold and calculated. He used his charm and deceit to lure women into marriage, often securing their financial assets and life insurance policies. Once married, Smith would create circumstances that led to their deaths, typically by drowning. He meticulously planned his murders to appear as accidental deaths, using his knowledge of insurance claims to cover his tracks. Smith's ability to blend in and manipulate his victims was key to his method, allowing him to evade suspicion for a considerable time. The investigation into Smith's crimes was complex and arduous. Initially, the deaths were deemed accidental, but inconsistencies and suspicious patterns began to emerge. The breakthrough came when Smith's fourth wife, who survived his attempts on her life, reported his crimes to the authorities. Detective work uncovered Smith's past bigamous relationships and previous fraudulent activities, linking him to the murders. The use of forensic evidence and witness testimonies played a crucial role in piecing together the case against him. George Joseph Smith's capture began after the suspicious death of his third wife, Margaret Lofty, in 1915. She had mysteriously drowned in a bathtub just days after their marriage, raising alarm due to the circumstances of her death. Smith had already collected life insurance policies in her name. The attending coroner, who was aware of Smith's dubious past, found Lofty's death similar to the recent deaths of two other women, Alice Burnham and Beatrice Mundy, both of whom had also drowned in bathtubs shortly after marrying Smith. Detective Inspector Arthur Neal of Scotland Yard spearheaded the investigation and soon connected the three cases. All the victims had been newly married to Smith and had similar life insurance policies. Once Neal gathered enough evidence, Smith was arrested on February 15, 1915. During questioning, Smith maintained his innocence, but the overwhelming evidence and the similarity of the crimes led to his conviction. His arrest brought an end to a shocking killing spree. George Joseph Smith's psychological profile reveals a man driven by greed and a lack of empathy. His ability to deceive and manipulate those around him was central to his criminal activities. The impact of his crimes was profound, leading to changes in how such cases were investigated and the handling of bigamous marriages. George Joseph Smith's heinous acts of murder and deception left an indelible mark on British criminal history. His story, characterized by manipulation and brutality, underscores the need for vigilance and thorough investigation in preventing and solving such crimes.
If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on true crime and psychological analysis. Remember to stay vigilant, and until next time, stay safe.